I think coaches are underrated. This is a partnership, and when it's not working, you need to change it. But then there is risk involved in that.
Anybody can be a coach. Once they know what you want and what they can do to help you, they can make the dream come true.
What's good, everybody? I'm Justin Miller, owner of Legends of Athletics. In this video, I want to talk about the Netflix docuseries Sprint. Sprint is a 6-part Netflix series that is digging into the world of track and field, going in behind the scenes of some of the world's best elite athletes and elite sprinters in the world of track and field. From the females to the males, this is a great Netflix docuseries. The docuseries is great as far as looking at how the athletes train. It doesn't give... I've gotten to episode 4, so I haven't watched a complete docuseries yet, but it doesn't dig completely into the training side of how the athletes, it doesn't go deep into it. It shows you how they're training. And then it talks about the coaches and successes and things like that of the athletes. But this docuseries has been great, one, because it allows us to see how important it is. Great coaching, one, determination and discipline, two, and then competitiveness and will to win is the third thing, and a third layer to that. And seeing elite level athletes train and work hard and compete at their sport at the highest level, the thing that I love is just seeing that look in their eyes, the fire in their eyes, and the focus that comes with being at that level and that extreme level. And no matter if you're a business owner, if you're an athlete, or whatever you are, you know what it's like to be at the top of your game and what that takes to be at the top of your game. And this docuseries is one of those things that just entail that, and I absolutely love it at this point so far. The episode 3, I believe it is, we gotta look into MVP training, and we gotta look into their heritage, and we gotta look into the richness of their history down at MVP training in Jamaica. And they have trained some of the world's best elite level sprinters. I know Usain Bolt's coach is one that is known in that ranking and track and field as far as like a great sprint coach. But MVP training has trained some great female sprinters such as Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Sharika Jackson, and Elaine Thompson. And these sprinters have gone on to set world records within the women's ranks of track and field in 100 meters and 200 meter races. And there was a part in episode 3, I believe it was, or it may have been beginning of episode 4. I can't remember. One of the two. But there was a part that Elaine Thompson talked about anybody can be a coach. Didn't put a lot of, she didn't say verbatim, but she said anybody can be a coach in so many words. But she didn't put, of course y'all see the clip, but she didn't put a lot of weight on the coaching aspect of it. And so when I heard it and seen it, it was something that just made me take a look into my time as a coach and a trainer, and then thinking about athletes over the years that have gone on to have great success, and then those that did not have so much success. One thing as a coach that I always try to be careful of is saying that any success is based on what I do or what I have done. And I also never like to put athletes in a position to think that I'm the best option for them. Now, I do believe that I'm the best option for a lot of athletes, but sometimes with an athlete, it can be mixing oil and water. It can be you guys just don't mesh well. It can be your training styles don't really match what their goals are, things like that. So there's a multitude of things, and so I never get caught up in what I do works for everybody. It's just a matter of what the athlete thinks and feels and what he or she wants to do ultimately. But when she made that statement, it just allowed me to sit back and think, and then to look at her results. I think that you have to be so careful whenever you're switching coaches, or you're switching trainers, or you're switching whatever you're switching. And I think in this world of transfer portals and going to what is the easy choice or what feels favorable to what the athlete wants, I think that's something that we miss a lot of times, because athletes only get one career. They get very few shots in that career, and so a lot of things have to go right. A lot of things have to be on point in order to make the most of that career. I hope that makes sense. And so I've seen many athletes, countless athletes, and I'm thinking about this one in particular right now. Good kid, went to a Power 5 school, great athlete, but could never excel at moving laterally. And so the athlete was great, straight line if he ran down a hill or ran uphill. But when it came to lateral movement, that was something that I seen and recognized a long time ago that I kind of put a bug in, because as a trainer, I'm not a person that only talks to people that I train. I talk to people that I don't train as well. And I'm not saying like sabotaging if another trainer's working with them, but if they're not working with anybody or anything like that, and they ask me for feedback, I'm pretty free and open to giving feedback right now. I mean, I'm pretty free and open to giving feedback. And so this kid was just a kid I seen, great athlete, and I was like, you know, I believe that this athlete has what it takes to go to another level. And so even at the next level, it was the same thing, same problems. And those same problems was a deciding factor of being picked up and not picked up when it came to getting paid. And so, you know, a lot of times in the world of sports, I think we narrow it down so much to just performance on the field that a lot of people forget what's off the field, the life outside of sports and things like that. And there's so many things that goes into making these choices, like, you know, what family members, friends, what they perceive of you, things like that, that sometimes it's just a thing where it harms the athlete. I've talked to countless kids that consider going and transferring and things like that. And luckily, I have coaches that I've talked to before that have given me insight to give even better insight on decision-making processes. Because this is the thing, you have to think a lot of times, and this is for athletes and coaches and parents alike, think about this. Decisions and choices can only be made at our best ability of what we've already faced. So our brain operates on what situations and things we've already been through and been in, and then what outcomes that we have experienced through our own lens. So if I've never been to the NFL and signed an NFL contract, or been in the NFL locker room, or been in the NFL talking to a GM of the NFL, well, I don't really know how to structure a contract. Now, your player or your athlete's ability to or skill set can supersede your knowledge of what you don't know, but at the same time, you can't always get the best deal and best offer based on what you don't know. I hope that makes sense. That may have been a riddle, but I wasn't intending on it being that way. So I think about it like this. A lot of kids go and we hear all these success stories about the transfer portal, right? But then we don't hear 10 times the stories, which is the reality, 10 times the stories, things like that, of the people who jump in the transfer portal, never to get out or ever get the opportunity to play again, because you don't have the right people in your ear. And so it's so important to have those people. It's so important to make the best decision that you feel, without emotions being attached to it. That's the key point. And then go about that decision and live with the consequences and live with them completely and wholeheartedly. As an athlete, a lot of times your ego is going to be there. You're going to feel like a lot of the success that you have experienced comes off of your shoulders. But if you're smart, you understand the whole puzzle, meaning your family plays a part, your trainer plays a part, your coaches play a part, your diet plays a part, your sleep and recovery plays a part. All these things make you who you are. And so it's very, be intentional in what you're trying to do. Be intentional in the goals you have set for yourself. And like I said, in that Netflix docuseries Sprint, looking at Elaine Thompson, she goes on to go to the world, I think the world qualifiers, I can't remember the exact name of what the race was. They run 100 meters. She gets 5th place. Sharika Jackson goes on to get 1st place and set a new world record in the process. And so coaching is not underrated. Please don't think it's underrated. But coaching can be the thing that takes you from 0 to 10, depending on where you are, because coaches do so much more than just put players through drills. They are the backbone of player success. Trust me, I know. backbone of player success, backbone of players, confidence, non-confidence, things like that. So I hope that this video, I didn't want to make it too long. I probably made it a lot longer than what it needed to be. But if you made it to this point in the video and you like what I'm doing, like me rambling and what our channel offers, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with somebody. Tell somebody to tell somebody. And as always, get 1% better each and every day. Do the things the legends do. Take the road, let's travel, and be legendary.